Hello friends, welcome to this tutorial. Please do subscribe my channel. In this tutorial, we will learn about sequence. Sequence are used in a scenario where we have linear process to be executed. Sequence are also called standalone automation or a single group of activities, as sequence can be created once and reused again and again. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate about both linear process and how sequence can be reused again and again. To demonstrate about sequence, I have created one blank project. Now if I will go to new option, I'll find sequence over here. Apart from this, if I'll try to find out sequence in activity, I'll find sequence activity in activity area. But what is the difference between this sequence and this sequence? Both are same. No matter even if we use this one or we use this one. But in our projects, how they are used, I will demonstrate with help of upcoming examples. I'll click on new and take sequence from here. I'll name it as initial interview. To demonstrate about sequence, I want to consider an example. Suppose one recruitment agency is there and it may have some of the openings where it hire an employee after initial 2-level interview, and it may have some of the openings where it hire a candidate after advanced 3-level interview. With help of this example, I will try to demonstrate about why we called a sequence as linear and how can we reuse a sequence. So within this sequence, I'll take two log message or I'll take two write line message. I will simply try to print some message. Initial interview first round cleared. I'll take one more write line message. Here I'll print initial interview second round cleared. Now if I'll execute this sequence as an standalone sequence, I can see that both the messages initial interview first round and second round cleared are printed in my output panel. Now I'll create one more sequence, advance interview. Here I'll take three write line messages Here I'll add some message. Advanced interview first round cleared. Here I'll add message. Advanced interview second round cleared. Here I'll add another message. Advanced interview third round cleared. If I'll execute this workflow individually, I'll get this output. Advanced interview first round, second round and third round cleared. Now, as you can see, all the activities. Here I have 3 right line activities. All the activities are executed one after another. First, this one is executed, then this one is executed, then this one is executed. This is called linear flow of execution. Now, I will create one more workflow using sequence to demonstrate how sequence can be reused. I'll name it as final hiring. Now, suppose for some of the openings, candidate is hired based on first 2 initial rounds, and then candidate is hired and he is allowed to join. So we have one sequence already over here by the name of initial interview. We can use this sequence in my final hiring workflow. I'll use invoke workflow file. I'll choose that workflow initial interview. Here I don't have any arguments. I'll click on OK. Now when I will execute this workflow, final hiring, it will show me result as initial interview first round and second round cleared. Now I can define some add-on activities over here, like I'll take one more right line, employee or candidate hired. I can take one more right line, candidate joined. I will execute this. This time I'll get 4 messages. First 2 messages from this workflow that I am reusing my existing or my previously created workflow. Next 2 messages, candidate hired, candidate joined from this workflow. Now I'll comment this activity by clicking on disable activity. I'll take this activity, invoke workflow file again. This time I want to execute one workflow that is created for advanced interview. import argument. There is no argument. Now I'll execute this workflow. This time, as you can see in output panel, advanced interview, first round, second round, third round. Then candidate hired and candidate joined. This is how we can reuse a workflow that is created using sequence again and again. It depends on our requirement, how many times we want to use it. Now, as there is one activity also over here by the name of sequence. This sequence is basically used in a scenario that we have a workflow that doesn't have any sequence, like the default one that is created when we create a blank project. So here, before I use any other activity, I need to drag this activity over here. Sequence. Now within this sequence, I can use other activities too. This activity has one more purpose. As we have created this sequence, suppose this sequence has like 100 activities, 50 activities or 25 activities, and you want to improve readability of this workflow. So what you can do, you can group your activities based on their functionality or based on their flow of execution. Like I'll take one sequence over here and I'll drag this activity right line over here. This one also. Here I can write some comments so that it helps in improving readability. Current workflow activities. So now it is showing that these two activities are from current workflow, and earlier we have invoked another workflow. This is how we can use this sequence activity also. With this, I will wind up today's session. Thanks for watching this video. Watch it again if you have missed any of the steps.